Hello and welcome to the Trade Ideas Trading Room recap for Wednesday, March the 25th. My name is Barry Anderson. I'm the moderator of the Trading Room. This is the address to get in, and you can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account. Well, okay, I just wanted to bring this one up because I'm still in this one, but we'll get that a little bit later. Let me just take a look at IBB. Um, if you follow me at all, you know that I really like the bios, but the bios have just been slaughtered over the last little while. This is today's candle. So this is Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. This looks green, but it's sold off, and this is really the start of it on Friday, the big sell-off of the biotechs. And they're trying to find a bid here. I mean, this would be obviously a pretty important level to hold. Doesn't look as bad on the weekly. It just looks like a bit of a pullback here. Because the bios have been so strong. So I mean, the upward trend is still reasonably intact, I suppose, unless I think if it broke down through here, then there'd be some serious damage done. But so for me, I have to kind of switch focus. I mean, I do have a bias towards the bios because they can give you the biggest pop in the shortest period of time. But, just got to figure out other types of trades. So what did I do today? ENLK. Let's bring that one up and get off the weekly chart and get to the 5-minute chart. Now, interestingly enough, when I first saw this came in my custom, and you can see this is a custom. I have both. This was a tough one that I passed up. ENLK was a short at $24. That was what the my custom was telling me. And by the way, this is the only, if in case you want this one, I'm sorry you can't have this one. It's got a lot of custom formulas in it, and it's the only one I really won't share with anybody because it is fairly complicated. And virtually every other thing I will share, but just not this one. Anyway, ENLK, so at $24, and so I would have got the alert right here. And what I was waiting for is you see how it went down to 23.85, but it popped right back up. So I was kind of waiting for it to, see if it could get back down into the 80s. And had it done that, I definitely would have shorted. Look, the market was weak today. This was weak. We noticed this in the pre-market actually as a potential reversal. But when I got this, excuse me, when I received this short alert, definitely my bias was towards that. And however, at the same time, basically 9:35. So that alert. What did I say? 9:44. At 9:35, I had actually had a bounce alert on this one at 24:04. But you see, it didn't really do very much around around the area. And so when I received the alert to go short, that's when I said to myself, okay, the bounce failed and let's get short on this one if it sets up right. However, as I said in the room, I literally said I may have to flip the script on this one if the 24 level holds. And on this bar right here, I called it in the room, said, okay, I'm taking the trade at 24.16, and which is where I took it. And again, the conservative nature in me, I took some out at 24.36. Again, the market wasn't very good. I didn't have a lot of confidence in the long, so wanted to take some profit as I could. And geez, it really started to move up. Got as high as 24.70, and then unfortunately, on this candle, it shook me out, and I took out the last bid at 24.55. Excuse me, 24.55, and it went down to 24.48. Could have just collapsed all the way back, but it did. It just rolled over, and it actually got a high of almost 25, and I was kind of kicking myself. But it just chopped around here. But look, to go long on a day like today and make any money, I think is it's an accomplishment, I suppose. Now here is the one that really was too bad. Now in the pre-market, we had seen not no sorry not in the bouncers, but on this one. Kraft Foods, Mr. Buffett has decided to buy Kraft Foods and merge it into Heinz, creating this little empire, this little food empire. And so, Kraft, let me just bring up the chart of Kraft, CRFT, and it's still up $21. And this is the pre-market. This is where it closed yesterday at 71. And Here's a little bit of the pre-market action, and then look at this. I mean, it just was ripping. 84, remember 71, so it was up 15. Here's where the market opened on this bar right here, and it was kind of holding. Looked like it was going to flatline, and then all of a sudden it caught a bid. Now you might notice right here on my custom setup, 82.95 at 1050. So 82.95 is about right about here. The only reason I didn't get into it, because, well, there were maybe a couple of reasons. I generally, if a stock is up 15 or $20, even on one of these, generally I shy away a little bit on them because yes, it's a momentum play, but I mean, when a stock is already up about 20, I mean, how much more can it go? So that was in the back of my mind. The market was down is in the back of my mind. But actually, more importantly, was this action right here. I mean, this popped up 83.47 all the way down to 81.92. You know, is that right? 80, yeah, 80, 81.97. So, it was way too spready. But nonetheless, it settled down right here, and I definitely had an opportunity maybe to get into the trade there at, say, $83. Remember, my alert was at 82.95, so just a little above it. And at, from then on, it just basically had a nice run all the way up to 87, 83. So we're talking about $5 from the alert, and I just didn't take it. So quite frustrating. I'm watching it right here to see if it can break over 83 again. Maybe in the last hour or so, it recapture. Even if it recaptures half up to the high, that would be great. So that's the one that got away. LXK was another one that I did take, and LXK was an earnings, no, actually an acquisition. They made an acquisition of I can't remember the name of the company, but they made an acquisition, and we have started to find that some of these acquisitions, the acquiring companies, go up in the and this, I mean, right off the bat, here's the opening candle at 9:30, and it just shot up very quickly, but then it sold off, and this action right here got me very interested. It was just over the whole number. I took the trade at $43.10 and looked like it was going to keep going, but then on this action when it pulled back, I decided to get out at 43.20 again. The market just not happy going long on a day like today. But I can see here, later on, probably an argument to be made for getting in on, the break above this high right here and taking some. But again, pretty choppy. So I mean, anything looks fabulous in hindsight. So, you know, uh, this is, but again, on a day like today, to try to go long, you're really bucking the trend. The market still has an hour and 15 left. It's down 213 points. So I mean, very tough to commit to a long. And still in this one, this one might just give me something. And this came in my strong stocks. I happened to notice it, but really, what I was, when I was cycling through them. Oh, by the way, KFX is the one that Lexmark is buying. I happened to notice it on this big volume spike right there. Actually, yeah, well, okay, it was right. This is what got me interested. I saw the volume, and then right after that, it popped over 6, but then it pulled back down. So I had to see whether or not these two volume bars were going to mean anything. And I said in the room, if it broke above 6, I would take the trade. Or probably take the trade. I can never, completely 100% no because it has to be on a good pattern. If it had, look, if it had drifted down and then soared up through 6, I wouldn't have taken the trade. But here it looked pretty good. It was holding just under 6, but the spread was bad. The spread was not great. But I got very fortunate. I was able to get some at 604, and I'm still in the trade. It's still spready, but it's 624 right now. So again, market's down 212. I'll take this. And I don't know why we had this volume spike, what all this action was about, but you can see the volume is picking up. It's still not a heavy volume. It's only 428,000 shares, but it does look like it is picking up. So I'm glad I held on. I held on through this. I almost got out on this little downward spike there, but I'm still holding on. And let's see, the other one that I did, but it was just a scalp, and I just chickened out. And this is the short. This is the reverse of IBB, and I mean, I basically say to you can't lick him, join him, because I don't really want the BIOS to go up. But I did end up taking the trade right here, 34.12. But I got spooked on this like it was moving up, but it moved back down, and I decided to get out at 34.22 for like basically a little scalp. And it did move up. This is what I was more afraid of, that it would just collapse, because any movement of IBB going up, this is going to come down, and you keep thinking that IBB is going to catch a bid sometime, but this would have been not a bad all day hold, but never know. But let's take a look at IBB again. And yeah, I mean I think I like to see it hold at least here, not break down through this low of the day in the last hour. Otherwise, it's going to be really bad. I think for tomorrow, it's just got to give people confidence in getting back in these bios, because they're such wonderful things to trade. I mean, they just give us a lot of great trades, very quick trades. They're exciting and fun. And if some of these I can't short them. I mean, a lot of these issues I just can't short. I don't know if it's my broker's problem or if everybody can short them, but things like Juno and Kite and things like that. Though I think I can short Kite. I think I tried that, not today, but back, and I don't know, some other day when I when it was going down. But I just find that it's a lot easier. I'd rather try to take them long. But anyway, I'm rambling on here. Hopefully IBB has a better day tomorrow. And let me just bring back the cover page. And here's how to get in. Again, the address, and you can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account. And I hope to see you in the trading room tomorrow.